Okay, we're back to building a PMA, and if you decided you don't want to use the DC output and you'd rather use the three-phase AC output on an alternator, then I've got this set up and I'll show you how to do it. Just buy a flat trailer jack, just like this, and a flat trailer jack comes with 4 leads. And we only need 3, so I'm cutting off the white lead and throwing it away. So there we go. I'm going to use the brown, yellow, and green. And I put some terminal ends on the end. It's male and female jack. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Stator core, I took the nuts off. The wire's still attached. We're going to attach these 3 wires right on the center 3 nuts or bolts where the stator core goes. And I'll show you how to do that. You getting close up with this? Okay, there we go. We've got our 3 wires attached and everything is snug down real good. And here's our jack. The reason we're using 3-phase AC is because you don't have a power drop like you do with using DC power, and that allows you to use just a plain extension cord from power from your wind turbine down to your battery bank. And DC would be use these back terminals here. This is the positive and that's the negative. You can only use one or the other. You can't use both. And it's cheaper to use an extension cord, especially if you got a long run. You won't get any power drop out of this extension cord. It'll be AC all the way. But the AC has to be changed back to DC. And there is a difference. This is welding cable, which I recommend to hooking up your wind turbine on the DC side. And as you can see, there is an enormous amount of fine wire, and welding cable is meant to carry DC power. This stuff is extremely tough. It'll last just about forever. It takes a hell of a beating. And if it's down inside of a tower, it's not going to twist up or break at all. It'll last for a lot of years. But it costs more. So here we go. You've got your jack out of the back. You put your wind turbine together and go ahead and install it on your tower. Now this is what you're going to do next. You're going to run your extension cord up through the center of the tower, and it's going to come out through the top, and you're just going to connect all of these wires. All of these together. Doesn't matter how you do it. I've got some splices that I could use, but I'm not going to bother with that for this demonstration. There you go. Now if you ever want to remove your wind turbine, you just simply unplug the jack and you can remove it off from the tower. Now, you go to the inside of your garage or house or wherever your batteries are, and this is 3-phase AC coming in, but it's wild 3-phase AC. You cannot hook this up to your fuse box in any way. This has to be converted back to DC power. And what we've got is we built a rectifier that will convert the 3-phase AC back to DC power. And then the DC will get hooked right up to your batteries. And this is a heavy-duty block that we made. It's a rectifier. And we use 1/2-inch polycarbonate. It's bulletproof. holds extremely high temperature. And as you can see on the back, there are no bolts protruding, and this can be mounted right to a wall. It can even be mounted onto metal. It won't bother it at all. And we've got big nuts on the front instead of tiny little screws to hook your battery cables to. So this is what you do. Take any of the 3 wires. This is a 10-2 with a ground extension cord. It doesn't matter where you connect them. There you go. That's how it would look inside of your shop. Just put a screw here and here, mount the block on the wall. We sell these rectifiers, and we've made an extremely heavy duty one. So this is simple. This is the negative and this is the positive. Just run your battery cable from the positive to the positive on your battery, and a negative to the negative on your battery, and there you go. This is a lot cheaper to run than welding cable, but I do recommend running welding cable. And this is just an inexpensive way to go. But this block that we made is extremely heavy duty. I've seen a lot of them out there, and they're kind of cheesy. So we decided we'd go ahead and build a nice one. And that's it. When we make our connections to our battery, I've got a video how to hook up your wind turbine to a charge controller.